Hello and welcome back to one of our mini training sessions on Workbooks CRM. And in this one, we're going to cover the bundles feature to help you save time when creating sales quotations from Workbooks. So hello, I'm Tim Wilmot, joined by my colleague Stuart Lawrence and Hine, and our company, Wizard Systems. We're a leading independent CRM solutions provider of systems like Workbooks, and we help out organizations to use simple and affordable solutions to help with their sales, marketing, and customer support efforts. So thanks for joining us, those of you on here live, for our little mini training session, just really touching on this feature in Workbooks. We do offer extensive training options around Workbooks if you want to explore those with us. We'll be done in about 10 minutes or so. The audio part of this presentation as well is one way only. You've got a question on anything we cover, pop that into the question box on your meeting control panel, and we'll do our best to answer at the end. Also, we'll include a link to this presentation on our YouTube channel. Please go up there for loads and loads of other Workbooks training videos that we've done over the years. All right, so just a brief mention again about Wizard, long-standing organization providing, we're an independent solution provider for a number of different SIM solutions, including Workbooks, and we provide the complete services around Workbooks, implementation, provisioning the product, any kind of training you want, your place, our place, or online, and all the ongoing help desk support as well. Okay, let me hand over to my colleague Stuart, and he will take us through the bundles feature. Just while Stuart's getting ready. So apart from, as I mentioned at the start, saving time with the product bundles feature, there could be some other benefits as well by using bundles in the sales quote process. First of all, it could simplify any sort of complex quoting process you've got there. So rather than having to add each item, each component individually in a quote, you can add the bundle into one line. And that helps keep the quote clean, readable, in the kind of sequence that you want those products as well, if there's a natural flow to those products. It can also ensure that you don't miss anything. Bundling the products together makes sure that no parts are accidentally left off the quotation. And sometimes, if you think about it, sometimes it'd be a good idea to add into the quote all the possible options that a customer might want. And then you remove, if it's more logical to do it, then you remove the individual things that aren't wanted. That way you don't forget to put in any sort of must-have option or must-have item on the quote. It does help consistency as well to avoid any errors, as you can think using bundles. And finally, it might also help any sort of upsell situation that you've got there. So having these predefined bundles of products makes it easier to upsell customers to a more advanced package over individual items. Anyway, over to you, Stuart. Take us through bundles, and I'll come back to you shortly for a little Q&A.
Okay, thank you, Tim. So on screen, I have my products. These are in my Workbooks CRM. And most people, when creating a quote, would just come down and start a quote, add a quote, and someone's asked me to put together a quote for a stereo system. So nothing simpler than that. So I'm going to call it stereo. I'll tell the system to start creating this for me. And just as with any other quote, I will now go down to my line items and start adding these line items. Now, I sort of know what I'm looking for. So see there with my first item, I could do with a CD player. I could do with receiver, so that everybody can hear my music. I could do with some speakers. So I'll add some speakers. Now here, I've got all the combined prices, and it's giving me a grand total. If I sold these separately, of that price there. But I'm going to say that if someone wants to do this, I can adjust the price. I can do that. I can save this quote, send it to the customer, and it's ready to go. Now that's fine as a one-off. Now imagine, as Tim mentioned earlier, that this product or these products go out a lot and there's a chance that something would get missed. You could imagine if this stereo had cables, it had different power supplies for different items, and you wanted to make sure that absolutely everything was included so that nothing was missed. The customer didn't come back to you, oh, this item's missing, this item's missing. And you want Workbooks to make this as clean and simple as possible. And there is a way within the system to do this. So if I close down this product, close down this item here, we come here, so you can roughly see some of my products that I created earlier. There's my CD player. I can take these products and put them into a bundle. And here's how. You start a new product. And here I'm going to call it the imaginative titled Super Stereo. And the item is a bundle rather than a product. And now when I click save, two options appear at the bottom here. So if I move this up so we can see it, if I click component prices, products here, I now add the items in the same way that I did, as though I was adding them to my quote. So again, I'll add them in. I'll click on expand, so it'll tell the system to do clever things with it. Again, same item as before. So the CD player, we'll add that. Keep going, we need the receiver. We'll add that. And lastly, we'll add those speakers so that they don't get missed. And we'll add the speakers. So let's close that. Now you'll notice that the prices are in here. There's no sort of total or anything like that. This is now considered one product made up of other products. So I'm going to set the price here as a great price of all in one, ready to go. I can add descriptions to this just as I could with a product. But for now, I'm going to save and close. And as I did before, someone wants a new this super stereo off me. Click on create. Again, it just prepares the quote for me. And now when I come down, just move this off so we can see it, and I'll scroll down so it's easier. Now when I add, it should find it now as one item. And if I update it, it's there as a price. It doesn't look like much. We know what the item is. We know it's the super stereo. But if I save this here, it's all set to go. It breaks it down for me, telling me that the components of super stereo available for $9.99 is a turntable, a CD player, the DAB receiver, and the speakers. And of course, as I said, it could include the power packs and all the cabling in one product, making it far easier for people that have to create these quotes. They're not hunting backwards and forwards, and there's very little chance that something would get missed. And it would appear on a quote exactly as this, as an item, with the item laid at the top with the price and the components that make up that bundle laid down below the product. So it's just as easy to use as it would be with a product. It just happens to be a bundle of products. I hope that helps.
Yeah, thanks very much, Stuart. Let's go back to me. I'll handle any questions that people have got. As Stuart was saying, I mean, there's another benefit there. If you think to yourself, as you're creating these quotations and you're regularly putting the same items into the same sort of solution all the time, then for those sort of commonly quoted for items, consider using a bundle as another way of saving time. Right, so hopefully that's given you a good idea of what the bundle feature is, what it's all about, and how it could be used in the quote process with Workbooks CRM. If you've got any questions around this feature, those of you, those attendees on here live, pop that into the question box. We'll do our best to answer those. First question from Fran. Yeah, quite a good question. Can you restrict users from making bundles? Yeah, you obviously don't want all sorts of users creating their own idea of what a bundle is. Yeah, so user restriction, Stuart.
Yes, you can. A bundle is still considered a product in the same way that you can restrict a user from creating products and just making your product list huge or full of duplicates. You can restrict access to the products, and they can't create bundles in the same way.
Okay, hopefully that answered your question there, Fran. Next question from David. Are you restricted to selecting products from one category for making a bundle?
Oh no, yes, actually, yeah, I could have shown that, couldn't I? Well, I picked 4 products for my bundle, but I could have easily included a service, like an installation charge. I could have included a warranty as part of that. So you can mix and match through your categories to build up this absolutely perfect bundle of your product, your services, your warranties, all in one unit.
Okay, I think that's all the questions there. So let me just check. Yep, I think that's all. Well, those of you on here live, thanks very much for attending. Hopefully you're enjoying the latest release of Workbook 7.1. If you've got any need for Workbooks training, more extensive training, new starters, please contact us for more information on that. We are starting again our very popular, at our Bristol location, our very popular Mastering Workbooks. So quite more of an advanced course, that taking you through into some of the more advanced, sophisticated features, clever features of workbooks. Contact us if you need more information on the agenda and dates, times for those. So if you've got any ideas for future topics, those Workbooks CRM users out there, please drop us a line, our wizard, Tim at wizard-systems.com or Stuart at wizard-systems.com. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch up with you on the next event. Bye-bye.